7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff.
Good rolls pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
We're just about 40 seconds into flight. Falcon 9 clearing the tower at Space Launch Complex 40 and making its way to orbit. We are currently throttling down the Merlin 1D engines on the first stage in preparation for the point of max Q. That's the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Maximum aerodynamic pressure is the point when the highest stresses are experienced by the vehicle during the ascent.
You can see now, this is an aft camera view from the drop. So we have, it looks to be a successful ignition of the stage 1 engine as we make our way to space.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go Falcon, go OneWeb 2.
Pitching downrange.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral, carrying the OneWeb Launch 16 mission payload. Now, during ascent, we tilt the engines, which is what we call gimbaling.
Power and telemetry.
That turns the rocket horizontally, which is what we call a gravity turn. And we're still going up, but we are now also heading horizontally away from the launch pad.
Vehicle supersonic.
Moments ago, we did throttle down the engines on the first stage in preparation for max Q, which is coming up here in a few seconds.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engine full power. And liftoff of USSF 67. Go Falcon Heavy, go Space Force. Booster chamber pressures are nominal.
T plus 40 seconds into flight under the power of 5 million pounds of thrust.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon Heavy is headed to space. Now, we did throttle down the engines around the T plus 40 second mark.
Supersonic.
In preparation for max Q.
Max Q.
And great call out there that we have passed through max Q. That's the largest mechanical stress on the vehicle on ascent. And incredible, incredible views there on your screen. Falcon Heavy in flight.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go GPS, go Falcon. downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
As you can see, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying the GPS-3 Space Vehicle 6 payload. M1D engines are about to throttle down in preparation for the maximum loads that the vehicle will experience. That'll occur just after T-minus 1 minute, known as max Q. During ascent, those M1D engines will actually swivel and help steer Falcon 9, a maneuver known as gimbaling.
Vehicle is supersonic.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff of Starlink 2-4. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
At T plus 30 seconds, successful liftoff of Falcon 9 from Space Launch Complex 4 East at Vandenberg at 7:43 a.m. Pacific time. We had some fantastic views from the ground, and now we're looking at a great view
Nominal power
from
and
the
telemetry.
first stage's onboard camera as we pop through the cloud layer.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Electrons
Beginning
the pad,
pitch over.
saving ground systems.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
And liftoff of Electron from Launch Complex 2, leaving US soil for the first time and on its way to space up and over the Atlantic Ocean. All 9 Rutherford engines on Electron's first stage now propelling the rocket at more than 700 kilometers an hour. And we are hearing good calls from the teams in Virginia and Rocket Lab Mission Control. A clean ascent for Electron, now nearly a minute into flight. You are looking at 56,000 pounds of maximum thrust from those stage 1 engines, but soon they'll be throttling down to support that pass to the maximum aerodynamic pressure point.
Cleared max Q.
種子島からおよそ1年ぶりの打ち上げです。 H-IIA ロケット46号機が今宇宙へと飛び立っていきます。まばゆい光、そして大きな音とともにロケットが今空へと打ち上がりました。青い空にロケットが生えています。政府の情報収集衛星を搭載した H-IIA ロケット46号機が今宇宙へと飛び立っていきました。打ち上げから1分が経過しましたが、まだロケットをしっかりと目で捉えられる状況です。今日の種子島南種町は快晴です。青空の中、まだロケットの姿確認できます。
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff of Starlink 5-2. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Pitching down range.
As you can see, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying 56 Starlink satellites. Now, the M1D engines on the first stage are about to throttle down in preparation for max Q, or
Power and telemetry nominal.
or the moment of maximum loads on the vehicle, which occurs just after T+1 minute.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff of Starlink 2-6. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
M1D chamber pressure is nominal.
Now at T+30 flight, you can see Falcon 9 is fully lifted off from 4 East AM Pacific time.
Power and telemetry nominal. Falcon 9 is supersonic.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ignition, 1, liftoff.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
At T+40 seconds, you can see that Falcon 9 has now successfully lifted off from LC-39A at 2:58 a.m. Eastern Time.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
Just heard the call out that Falcon 9 is supersonic, meaning that it is traveling faster than the speed of sound, around 1,200 kilometers per hour or 770 miles per hour.
We're at T plus 30 seconds into flight. Falcon 9 successfully lifting off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, and we're carrying the Amazonas Nexus payload on board. Now we've begun tilting the engine, that's called gimbaling, and we've begun to turn the rocket horizontally away from
Power
the
and telemetry
pad.
nominal.
That is called a gravity turn. And we're still going up, but we're also heading away horizontally from the launch pad.
Двигатели центрального и боковых блоков ракеты-носителя вышли на режим главной ступени тяги. 10. Параметры системы управления ракеты-носителя в норме. 15. 20. Двигатели первой и второй ступени работают нормально. 25. 30. Параметры конструкции ракеты-носителя в норме. 40. Стабилизация изделия устойчивая. 50. Давление в камерах двигателей в норме.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Beautiful launch of SSLV D2 EOS 07 on a bright sunny morning.
प्रज्वलन और सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन SSLV D2 प्रोमोचकियान का अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर SSLV D2 EOS 7 मिशन.
We have confirmation from the Range Operations Director of the normal performance of Stage 1, which means close to 2,600 kilonewtons thrust. 87 tons of solid propellant burns for 115 seconds.
भारत के आज़ादी के अमृत महोत्सव को दर्शाता भारत का एक और महत्वपूर्ण मिशन दिन के उजाले में दूर तक दिखाई दे रहा है. बहुत से दर्शक आंखों देखा अनुभव लेने यहाँ उपस्थित हुए हैं. ये अपने आप में एक अविस्मरणीय अनुभव होता है. सभी की धड़कनें तेज.
Shato is in main auto.
Plus 1 minute.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power. And liftoff of Starlink 5-4.
Eagles pitching downrange.
If you're just joining us, we are at T plus 30 seconds, and Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40 at 12:10 a.m. Eastern Time.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Falcon is supersonic.
With that call out, we hear that Falcon 9 is traveling faster than the speed of sound, around 770 miles per hour.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and liftoff of Starlink Group 2-5. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
And 1D chamber pressure is nominal.
At T plus 35 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Vandenberg Space Launch Complex 4 East at 11:12 a.m. Pacific Time.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power, and liftoff of Falcon 9 and Inmarsat. Go Falcon, go Inmarsat.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Power and telemetry nominal.
We are just about a minute into flight, and Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from pad 40
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying Inmarsat's I-6 F2 payload.
And engine sequence start has begun. Engine ignition confirmed. The engine's throttling up. Now at full throttle. Turbo pumps at flight speed and liftoff. A new ride back to Earth for Rubio, Prokopiev, and Patelin takes aim on the International Space Station. "20 seconds into the flight, roll program confirmed. Engines reported to be operating normally from the blockhouse at Baikonur. 38 seconds into the flight. The Soyuz arcing out to the northeast. Good structural stability on the vehicle. Pressure in the tanks reported to be nominal. We're coming up on the 1 minute mark into the flight. Passing through maximum dynamic pressure. Flight reported to be going by the book, 1 minute, 20 seconds into the flight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff of 6-9.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
If you're just joining us, we are T plus 30 seconds into our mission today, and Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40 at 6:13 p.m. Eastern Time.
Power and telemetry is nominal.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
With that call out, we hear that Falcon 9 is traveling faster than the speed of sound, around 770 miles per hour.
Ready for an on-time launch for the instantaneous
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power, and liftoff of Crew 6. Go Dragon, go Falcon.
Now launching on Endeavour's fourth flight to the International Space Station. Vehicles pitching downrange, 1.7 million pounds of thrust provided by the 9 Merlin 1D engines on the first stage. Hearing good calls, stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
We're now at T plus 34 seconds into the 6th rotation rotational crew mission on board Dragon and Falcon 9.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Stage 1 throttle down.
So there we heard the call out indicating that the first stage engines will begin to throttle down in preparation for max Q, which is the moment of maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will experience during flight.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and liftoff of Starlink. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
At T plus 30 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Vandenberg Space Launch Complex 4 East at 10:38 a.m. Pacific Time.
Power and telemetry nominal. Falcon is supersonic.
With that call out, we've heard that Falcon 9 is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
Flight mode on.
Flight mode on.
下降品等値点火
Hydrogen purge igniter on.
全システム準備完
All
了
systems go for launch.
Main engine start.
Main engine start.
SRB3 点火 lift off
Solid boosters ignition and lift off.
第3号搭載した H-3 ロケット天気1号機は2023年3月7日午前10時37分55秒に種子島宇宙センターから打ち上げられました。
We have a successful liftoff for H-3 launch vehicle test flight with 803 from JAXA Tanegashima Space Center at 10:37:55 seconds a.m. on March 7th, 2023, Japan Standard Time.
打ち上げ以降、ロケットの管制は滝崎発射管制塔から滝崎総合司令塔に引き継がれています。
The operation control of H-3 has been switched from launch control center to range control center.
ロケットは現在東南東方向の太平洋上へ飛行しています。
H-3 is flying over Pacific Ocean to the east-southeast.
打ち上げ後1分が経過しました。
It's 1 minute into flight.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just full power. And liftoff, OneWeb 3.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Nominal power and telemetry.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral, carrying the OneWeb Launch 17 payload. Now we're still going up, but we're also heading horizontally away from the launch pad. And coming up in just a few seconds here, we will be approaching the point of max Q. There we go, call out for that there.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power and liftoff of CRS-27. Go Falcon, go Dragon.
Falcon 9 soars off the launch pad. Dragon now on its way to the International Space Station with important new science experiments and crew supplies.
Stage 1 chamber pressure is nominal.
Complex 39A in Florida. We're now coming up on our max Q in about 20 seconds or so, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure the vehicle will go through during its flight.
Deluge activity. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
Beginning pitch over.
And we're flying. Our 34th Electron vehicle is in the air and on the way to orbit after lifting off from Launch Complex 2. You can see the exhaust from those 9 Rutherford engines glowing bright as they propel the vehicle with Capella's satellites to space. Now that Electron has left the pad, its next milestone is max Q, the moment when the density of the air around the vehicle and its acceleration through that air creates the maximum aerodynamic pressure that the vehicle will experience in flight. You'll hear Mission Control announce this milestone soon enough.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engines full power, and liftoff of Starlink 2-8. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
At T plus 30 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Vandenberg's Space Launch Complex 4 East at 12:26 p.m. Pacific Time. This is our 5th launch from Vandenberg just this year.
Power and telemetry nominal. Falcon 9 is supersonic.
With that call out, Falcon 9 is now traveling faster than the speed of sound.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
T-minus 42 seconds into the mission, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from pad 40. And we are preparing for max Q, coming up in about 20 seconds. That is the moment in which the vehicle experiences the greatest amount of aerodynamic pressure. Everything looking good with vehicle performance and trajectory.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 1. Liftoff.
Terran 1 has cleared the tower.
Switch over maneuver starting. Launch pad facing.
Look at that blue fire!
vehicle is now headed downrange in an easterly direction over the Atlantic Ocean. Our next ascent milestone is max Q, around 80 seconds.
Terran 1 is supersonic. Get telemetry switch over at the ground station.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beginning pitch over. Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
All right, T plus 32 seconds and our 35th Electron mission is off the pad and on its way to orbit. The next mission milestone will be max Q, when Electron experiences the most amount of mechanical stress as it heads skyward at the intersection of vehicle speed rising and air density dropping.
Electron is supersonic.
Max 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Engines full power and liftoff of Starlink. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
Vehicles pitching downrange.
At T plus 30 seconds, F9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40 from the Cape at 11:43 a.m. Eastern Time.
MOD Terran pressures are nominal.
Nominal power and telemetry.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
You just heard the call out that Falcon 9 is supersonic, which means the vehicle is traveling faster than the speed of sound.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds.
Liftoff normal.
Here we have a majestic liftoff, 640 tons of powerhouse searing through the sky. Magnificent sight indeed.
जी हाँ, सफलतापूर्ण उत्थापन LV-M3 प्रमोचन यान का आकाश में गर्जना करता हुआ यह सबसे भारी रॉकेट है इसरो का.
First stage performance normal.
Here from the mission control center we can feel the vibrations of the launch.
दोनों S-200 बूस्टर्स सामान्य निष्पादन करते हुए और यान अपनी उद्दिष्ट कक्षा की ओर
generating a free thrust of 5,952 kilonewtons in vacuum with S200 motors thrusting currently.
1 minute.
S200 मोटर जो कि ठोस नोदक पर आधारित चरण है.
At 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, liftoff. Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is mounted.
At T plus 33 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Space Launch Complex 40 in Cape Canaveral, Florida at 4:01 p.m. Eastern Time. Next major milestone coming up is max Q, which is the point where the vehicle experiences the greatest amount of external stresses as it ascends through the atmosphere.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.